Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a new video, and honestly guys, this is probably going to be my most insane storyline video in a very long time. Not one YouTuber has covered this topic, and it is major, game changing for Fortnite Season 7. So I recommend staying tuned for the entire video. I don't usually say that, but this one is going to be a big one, guys. So guys, if you are new around here, do remember I give shout outs in every single video to give back to you guys as much as I can. So as you can see on screen right now, here are a bunch of shout outs for those who have been using my supporter creator code. If you guys would like a shout out in an upcoming video, remember to go over to my Twitter at postboxpat, tweet me a picture of you purchasing something with my supporter creator code, and I'll be sure to give you guys shout outs in upcoming videos. So let's move on from the shout outs and get straight into this. Now if you haven't already subscribed, hit that notification bell and stay up to date with the latest map changes and storyline content. But the first thing we got to mention for this video is massive. So, you know, the whole storyline itself ended up being amazing. We had the whole iceberg coming in from this direction, and obviously it crashed in. Now, take a look on screen right now at the Fortnite trailer. You can see here in the Fortnite trailer, we have some major things going on. We have the whole iceberg crashing into the map, as you can see. But why that is going on, take a little look at that blade that the Sergeant Winter is holding. Does that look familiar to any of you guys? Well, after researching a little bit around the internet and talking to my little brother, he was actually the one to find this. He actually came in and was like, hold on Pat, what is that? And I was like, you know, we've seen that before when we were younger, and it is the Infinity Blade. You're probably wondering, guys, what on earth is the Infinity Blade? Well, Epic Games worked on a game called Infinity Blade, which is a mobile app where you battle against other people. It's worked by the Unreal Engine and Epic Games and a few other developers, and it's basically kind of like a role-playing game where you battle I don't think you battle online, but you battle against like NPCs with different blade moves and stuff. Probably being one of the most successful games for graphic movement in mobile gaming, and also one of the most successful paid mobile apps. So that game itself was amazing, but the blade you can see on screen right now, which I've got for you guys, is from that, which is just crazy. So finding this out could lead to a lot in the future of Fortnite. So you're probably wondering, Pat, how on earth does that relate to the storyline? Well, before we get into the main big bulk, I wanted to put this in first because this is the major point for this video, because this is kind of putting in the end of the video at the start. I just didn't want to kind of go over the entire storyline. I wanted to get this out there straight away because it's amazing. Like, it's crazy how good this discovery is. The idea of Sergeant Winter holding that, you're probably thinking, Pat, what's going on with the storyline with all the characters and stuff? We'll get into that in a minute, but let me tell you guys exactly where this sword is coming from. In my opinion, I think this sword is coming from this castle right here, and apparently there are rumors that the LTM is going to be with that sword. All over Twitter right now, I've seen a bunch of leaks, people saying that the LTM is going to have the sword involved. A little bit like the Thanos game mode, which we can still expect next season, not this season, because obviously the Avengers trailer got released, so we could probably expect Thanos to reappear in Fortnite. Near enough an 80% chance, that one. But the blade is near enough 99% confirmed that it's either going to be a weapon in the game, like a consumable maybe, or maybe an item that you can pick up, or it's going to be a LTM. We don't 100% know just yet, but this castle is probably where the sword is going to be found. And if you take a look at pictures like this, you start to kind of get that sword element from it. The Ice King, who is probably the owner of this castle, or the wizards that we saw, you can see the castle down here, and there are a bunch of pictures online. I will go over that in another video. We don't want to go over the castle right now, but the idea of it, the Witch King and stuff, is perfect for the Infinity Blade. It looks like Infinity Blade as well. The castle looks like the mobile game. If you guys have played the mobile game, make sure you check it out. It's an amazing Epic Games game, and it's a really cool mobile game. Just check it out. Just have a look on YouTube or have a look on the App Store. And yeah, this looks like a castle from it, the sort of thing you'd battle through to get up to the final boss, which would be in the throne room up here, which is obviously the Ice King, and he could be using the Infinity Blade. So they've linked it in with Fortnite, which is such a good idea from Epic Games. It's so clever to see that in place. So how does this relate to the storyline? Now, from experience from previous storylines, I've written down all of the characters' names, and I want to dig into where each character sits in the storyline. And the first character we're going to start off with is Lynx and Zenith. Now, these two are major characters. Now, Lynx herself is actually located inside of this little bunker down here. So this is actually an area which I haven't actually landed at yet, but it is a new layer slash bunker area where Lynx is actually located. And the reason for that is because her office is in here. So let's take a little tour of this and have a little look around and see if we can like pop into her office. And there it is. There is her office right here. And you can even see a screenshot on screen right now of her located inside of this office. So she's been working on some crazy designs. You can see here, here's her desktop for, I believe that's her computer or TV, whatever it is. You can see another screen here. Looks like she's working on something. Looks like she's working on something related to last season as well, to do with the DJ llama. Interesting. And you've also got a few posters around which kind of link into the storyline as well. We can see we have the Omega and Carbide poster, which clearly means she has seen the movie, which was created during season 4. We also have the Durburger poster, so maybe she was following that storyline. And also we even have the DJ llama poster, which was at the end of season 6 in the big house. So all these things in here looks like she's been following, and also this is like the early seasons, season 2 and season 3. This poster was around the map. So has she been a fan of what's been going on the Battle Royale map? Maybe she's been following it, or she's kind of keeping up to date with what's going on in this Battle Royale island, and finally she's worked out, potentially she's ended up like working out how to end up on the map, and she has ended up there by kind of like calculating the iceberg's kind of range. And the reason she's worked all this out, when I say calculating the range, is obviously calculating that with the correct winds and stuff, the iceberg could end up clashing with the map, and it did. So she managed to get to this island where a lot of fights and battle royales have been going on from some place. We don't know where that's coming from, the bus, but obviously she's figured out how to get here using the AIM skin. Now the AIM skin was a robot. Technically could have been created by Lynx. Lynx could have created the AIM robot, sent it in on one of her planes which she's designed. She may have possibly even designed DJ Llama as well to spy on us. While that was going on, the AIM skin came in for an upgraded kind of like spy. Obviously DJ Llama may not have been invented by her. We don't know 100% about that. And this is where the planes are located, the original spot where planes are found on the map. So she's basically been scouting out the Fortnite map in her planes, maybe at extreme height, we don't know. And then obviously the first plane to land in the Fortnite map, which crash landed from what we know, or either didn't crash land, AIM actually jumped out, we don't 100% know, but we kind of can assume that it crash landed the plane, and AIM ended up on the Fortnite map as her first scout. Now that's what I know from that. So if we keep going around here, you can even see the iceberg having some render issues there, which hints that it's going to melt. You can see around here where Flush Factory is still located. Whereabouts is it? It's just located up here. I've missed it. Where is it? There it is. It's located where are the factories? I can't see them. They are located just here. There we are. Flush Factory is located just here. And there is the flag there from the AIM landing. So that is still on the map. And that's where AIM first came into the map. And that's how the planes were introduced to the storyline. We have all sorts of different locations all over the map where the planes are located. And they are all located by Lynx's symbol, which she has created, or whoever she's working for, they have located around the map with planes to keep inspecting the Fortnite map. Do consider that they are new to the Fortnite map and they're kind of exploring it, and that's why they have these outposts with planes, because obviously what they're doing is they're moving from outpost to outpost, scouting different things out and exploring the map. Really awesome stuff right there. Now you're probably wondering, Pat, what do the other skins have relating to the storyline? Well, generally, we have a few other skins that are based in the Fortnite universe for Season 7 regarding the Battle Pass. We have next Zenith. Now, from what I know, Zenith himself is actually part of Lynx's team. And I personally believe that Lynx is kind of teaching Zenith the future and what to do in the Fortnite map. So Zenith is kind of like her assistant. He's going around like controlling all these outposts, kind of like looking for different things, inspecting the map, searching around, and that's where all these zip lines have been put up from him. As you can see in this loading screen right now, Zenith is actually using the zip lines, which hints he's actually set them up and he's actually exploring the map using them. Now, will these people know a lot about the Fortnite map? Like I said before, the answer to that is probably no. They're pretty new to it, so we can assume they don't have a clue what's going on. So that's why they've come to explore the entire map, which is really cool. And I do really love that. You can even see like camp tents around the map, maybe where they kind of go for a little outpost that you could see potentially maybe Zenith and Lynx head outside for a bit, come to these camp locations and actually sort out a few things, which is pretty cool. And I do really like the idea and aspect of that. So pretty interesting, I think, right there. Now, with other things relating to the storyline, we also have the Ice King, which I mentioned before is the tier 100 skin. Now, the Ice King himself could be part of the Infinity Blade storyline, which will start to unravel as the iceberg begins to melt, which has obviously been rumoured, and I actually assumed this on day one when you started to see the iceberg. It clearly looks like there's going to be something else underneath here. You can see little things sticking out, so it's clearly going to melt over time, and it's going to become more of a point of interest polar peak, and probably something to do with the Infinity Blade as well. Massive storyline there, that's why I had to mention it at the start. Then we also have the skin Trog, or Trogue, whatever you want to call him. Now he is actually located in a spot that I've still left to show in a secret map change video, and I will definitely add it into a secret map change video. But Trog is actually located inside of this cave in here. Now the reason I assume that is because just the sort of stuff we have in here. He's kind of like a Yeti type person. It looks like he's been fishing for some fish here from the sea, and also this just generally looks like where he could be located. So that's why I believe he's located in here. It's not 100% confirmed, but it's an assumption that I've made, and don't count me on that, but 60%, 70% chance of Trog that being his location right there. Regarding Sergeant Winter, I don't know where to answer about that one, and all the snowmen as well. I assume they could be part of the Ice King's army with the snowmen on the head in the trailer that you guys saw. I'll put that on screen right now, again a picture of that. So yeah, we assume that could be part of the Ice King's army. We don't 100% know exactly if it's going to be part of the Ice King's army, but I guess he could just be like someone living in maybe the village over here, which is a cool location at Happy Hamlet. I really like that location. Yeah, so potentially that's where the Sergeant Winter could be from. And then we also have Powder, which is an interesting skin, and I assume this skin is just another part of Zenith's and Lynx's squad, searching the map and investigating the Fortnite map. That sort of concept of them exploring the map and finding all these new locations and new areas and stuff like that is pretty major for the Fortnite storyline. And it does tell us a lot about the future. They are clearly investigating something which they want for their kind of research and future. We don't exactly know what that could be, but we'll be sure to investigate it throughout the season on my channel. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell and keep up to date with the latest map changes and storyline content. I'm going to be producing one more map change video probably tomorrow or Monday for you guys with the final map change set that I've actually missed. There's been so many map changes this season, I couldn't put them all in one video. It takes me a few days to discover them all, so you know, you guys can keep up to date with that. So the fourth part will be dropping on my channel either tomorrow or Monday. I haven't decided when, but yeah, these outposts are so cool. It's quite obvious that they're using these outposts to investigate different stuff by using like air travel to travel from one to another. And just no YouTubers have picked up on the storyline in this much depth yet. So if you guys want to be kind of on that and onto it straight away, my channel is your #1 source for Fortnite storyline content, just because I keep you guys up to date with everything that is going in the map. It's awesome to keep you guys up to date with the Fortnite storyline because it's so complicated and so kind of just misleading in different areas. If you don't look into it enough, you can get really confused pretty easily, especially if people don't know 100% what is going on. But that's everything really regarding this week's storyline. I'll keep you guys up to date as soon as we get some more map changes and more loading screens, because obviously when we gain access to another loading screen, it reveals something else about the storyline. It's interesting to see what's going on in Paradise Palms because it just looks like they're jumping from mountain to mountain. And the way the zip lines works is pretty cool as well. I did not expect any of these zip lines to actually have a magnetic system, but I guess that's part of Lynx's inventions. Maybe she's some sort of crazy scientist or something, which has caused all this crazy stuff going on in the Fortnite Battle Royale map. For those wondering regarding the Der Burger and the Tomato Head storyline, from my personal opinion, I know a lot of people are a big fan of that storyline, and I am too. We also have the onesie skin. We won't be seeing the Tomato Town van or the Der Burger truck, or should I just call them both trucks, moving anytime soon. The reason for that is because they do render in the replay mode system. As you can see here, they render in, which means they will not be moving until there is another update applied. Anything that renders in this kind of replay mode is permanent in the map and will not be moving, but stuff that doesn't render in or has render glitches could change at any time. For example, we saw that the other day with Risky with the new event, which was interesting. We also saw it with the iceberg as well just before, with the iceberg sections not rendering, which clearly indicates that it's going to melt over time. And what I'm saying about Risky is, if you saw my map change video yesterday, I talked about how Risky was actually glitching out for me before we knew the block was coming, and the block is going to play a big part in the future of the Fortnite storyline. Anyway, if you guys have enjoyed, like I said, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you're new around here, so I can keep you guys up to date with all of the storyline content. And what do you guys think of that Infinity Blade thing? It's interesting. Let me know down in the comment section below how you think it's going to play out in the future. There are so many questions left to be answered this season, and I'm so excited for it. I hope you guys enjoyed the lovely view that I used for the video. I kind of set it as a sunrise. I thought it was pretty cool. And once again, this is postboxpat, signing out.